Okay, now that we have our spell books all dry, both front and back, look how neat that came out. It's all webbed and ancient looking. And the spine, we're going to go ahead and do some painting. The boys are going to do some painting. I just took a couple minutes to scrape off the edge of the paper, and so we didn't have flaps of paper on there. I'm not going to worry about the paper, you guys. The inside of the book, we're just going to do the cover. We're going to do the top, we're going to do the spine, and then we're going to let it dry, and then we're going to flip it over, and we're going to do the back. Okay?
Yes.
All right. And Mommy's going to do the bottles. Okay? So each of you get to do...
Why can I not do the bottles?
You can do a bottle. Why don't you do a bottle, and then Draken can do the third book, okay?
No.
Because we only have 3 books. Okay? All right, you guys ready? Okay, I have it's not a black, but it's a gray black. I think it'll be dark enough. So, what are the rules again for painting, you guys?
It'll show on Jeffy and scrape your brush.
Very good, Draken. Slowly and carefully and scrape your brush. Go ahead, cover the whole outside. We'll see how dark it gets. If it's not dark enough, we can add some black later, but this is the only paint I had on hand, and I think it'll be okay.
Is this still you?
Mm-hmm.
Not scary. Is it scary? Is it a scary potion book?
Yeah.
Good.
There you go. Okay, remember to scrape your brush, Ronan. We don't want it goopy everywhere.
It's okay.
Okay, that's a lot of paint. There you go. Just spread it out. And then once it's dry, then we'll go ahead and do... We'll do the back side. Or we have something special we're going to do in the inside. The inside we're going to make it all wet and make the paper all withered. Or weathered, rather. And then we'll put it... That's right. We're going to put some potion recipes inside there. We'll print some out and we'll glue it to the paper.
I don't have skull and crossbones.
Now, what do you have? You're doing curses.
I'm doing spells.
Doing spells? Let's see. Very good. It's going to look really creepy. And then we're going to put some light colors on top. Oh, guys, always want to go dark to light. Okay? Remember that. The dark recesses, and then the light brings the details forward.
It makes pretty sense.
Mm-hmm. The books are done. Boys did a great job. We painted the whole thing. Ooh, hello, kiddo. Where's your spider? Show everyone your spider. What is it? Ooh, a blue spider. Very cool. Okay, go upstairs and go to bed. I'll be right there. Okay, the boys are all done. Here's the potion book. And here's the spells book. And here is the curses book. And we also did the 2 potion bottles. I found a little bit of black, and so we mixed it together and we kind of dry brushed it over the top because the gray was a little light for my liking. This way the darks will recess a little bit better, and then we'll come over and we'll do some dry brushing and add some more colors later after we paint the bottom side, because this side has to dry. But they did a great job as usual, and they're coming along, and we didn't lose any of the detail. The hot glue worked out perfect, as well as the foam and the little creepy crawlies that we glued to the top. So, alright, we'll let these guys dry. Okay, alright. So now I'm going to do some dry brushing. I have a brown color mixed with a little bit of pale yellow. Looks kind of a moldy old color. And I wiped it off a little bit on my paper towel. And so it's nice and dry. And I'm just going to lightly bring up some of this detail and go over the top of the book, the sides, and then the back, and then let it dry. And then we're going to do it again with a lighter color, maybe like a gold color or maybe a green. I'll let the boys decide. Let me flip it on this side here.
He crossed the hosey.
This
Daddy,
here.
crossed the hosey.
See how the... Shh. Hang on, you guys. See how the detail comes out? Real nice. And then I'm gonna do a little bit more. Okay, and then I'm going to flip it over and just... It's really dry, so I'm not going to get it all over the place. And we'll just kind of dry brush it, and just make sure that brush is super dry. I just got a little bit of the paint, just enough to get over the raised area of the design. And that's it. There's Ronan. Say hi.
Hi.
We're working on our potion bottles. He's got all his corks in a bowl, and he's going to fit the corks in the bottles. Go for it, hun.
Oh, look at these corks.
Those are cool, huh? And after we find the right fit, we can dirty them up and make them old. And
They're all old. See?
they look that way. They got a bunch of holes in them. What if we do some watered down brown? We can make them look all old and stained. Okay, while he does this, I'm going to fire up my glue gun, and we're going to put some twine around the spouts of the bottles. And over here, we've got our spell books with our cool skull on the top, which I bought. And check these out, you guys. These look pretty cool. This is after I dry brushed them, and they got curses. And I got the side. That's okay. We have to get other corks if they don't fit.
None of them fit.
None of them fit? Well, we'll see. Here's the potions with the spider. And we got potions on the spine. And the back side looks pretty cool. And then the big one, the one for spells, that's pretty cool. And we got on the spine, and then the back's just kind of a plain. I did add the corners. And so, bless you. So Ron and I are going to dry brush some more colors to give the books a little bit more depth. And then on the computer, I've got the spells from Snow White with the Evil Queen was using. And I'm going to blow those up because they're not quite the same size. And we're going to print them out, and then we're going to paste them into this book. So this prop can be open with the spells, or it can be closed, however we want to do it. And I think Ronan wants to put some of the spells in some of the other books just for fun. Not that the guests in the haunt are going to see them, but we can certainly use them for just for fun and just to have them there in case we wanted to open the books. All right, so that's what we're doing now. Here's the twine that I'm going to hot glue on the potion bottles. And we got our paints. We're going to do some painting, and then we'll show you our progress. Ooh. Okay, here we are. We have our two spell books open. Ronan's got a squirt bottle set on spray, a mist, and he's so excited he gets to wet down these books. And the reason we're wetting down the papers is that we're going to get them nice and old and crinkly.
I'm gonna spray at you.
Yes. So what I did before that, though, is I watered down some brown and some black, and I just painted the edges of the paper so they look old and moldy looking, not that real clean white. I had put some black paint when we originally painted the outside of it, but then I wanted to make it really kind of old and moldy looking, so that looks pretty good. But now, go ahead, Ronan. You're going to spray the pages very lightly. And I'm going to fan the pages out so that you can get them nice and wet, and then once they dry, they're kind of wrinkly. Okay, keep going. Here. I'll fan it, you spray it. Spray on the edge. There you go. Kind of fun, huh? Okay, now the other side. Here, I'll just keep flipping. I can already feel them stiffen up. Getting heavy. Ah, very good. Okay, this one.
We're done.
2 more. Make sure you get the top of the bottom, sorry. Ah. Alright, now we're gonna let that we're gonna let them dry, and then we'll see how much they look fluffed up, and then if we need to spray them again we will, and then Dragon can do it because he's gonna love doing this.
Can I tell it?
No, don't tear them.
What, Mommy?
Let's see what it looks like after it dries.
Mommy?
Good job, Dragon.
Mommy, we want to tell them so it looks like they're old.
We are, but let's get them wet and dried first, and then they'll get real rough. And let's show them over here. We got our potions in the book. We just Mod Podged the pages. This one you can see a little bit of the words through. That was a boo-boo. I put another piece of paper underneath this one, and that made it a little better. Oh well, you can't really pay attention that much. Hey Draken, don't do those pages, do the white pages. There you go. Do all the white pages. There you go. Get them all nice and wet.
Mommy, these are not wet.
Here, fan the pages so he can get them wet. Good. Good, guys.
Dragon.
Okay, now over here,
Over here.
I have a bunch of coffee filters, and I watered down that. I used that same paint that I used the edge of the books. I had black and brown, and I watered it down really good, and then I just painted the coffee filters, and they're drying over here, and we're going to use that on top of the jars that don't have the corks. So that's going to dry for a little while, and the boys are working on the books.
I'm doing 10.
And then here over here, we have potion bottles, which we really muddied up and got really dirty looking. This one we're going to keep clear or not covered over. And then all that's left, we can't have these ribs, so we're going to put the twine on them. That's it? Yeah, it's just 4. Then we're going to hot glue the twine around there next.
Why?
Because you're going to dry it out. It's called dry brushing. Okay? You just want it just enough paint on the brush. Just enough paint, but not too much. And then you want to just highlight the top. Because if it's too wet, then it's going to overpower the rest of your colors. And drip everywhere. There you go. That's a nice yellow highlight.
Mommy, seems like it's tilted a little bit.
Mommy, it looks okay to me.
No, I mean the book.
Oh. Yeah, it's because the pages are wet. Okay, once you put a little highlight here, I know. Don't forget the spine. Here, do the spells. There, boy. That's a boy. Perfect.
You could doing it backwards.
No, he's fine. He's doing fine. Just hit the top.
You get the other parts too.
Good job, Draken.
Then we did the curve on things.
Yeah, okay, finish this one. Don't forget the O and
Mommy,
the P.
is this cursive?
That's
The
cursive. Kind of. It's more stylized. More like a different kind of font.
Seems like
Good job,
cursive.
Draken.
Mommy,
There you go, a little yellow.
Mommy, is this how you do an O in cursive?
Yeah, and then the top part connects to the next letter. There you go,
I
Draken.
knew it. I did an O in cursive for my name.
Beautiful. Check that out. I love it. Here, Drakey, can you get this part right here? Oh, all right. Let's.
Mommy wants to see me.
You guys are funny. All right, let's show them our completed books. Okay, we got potions, curses, and spells.
And paper towels.
And paper towels. That looks pretty cool. Very, very cool. Good job, you guys.
This is my hand cool.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a monster hand.
Does look like a monster hand. Well, it's all black and spooky.
Know if this is blood.
Ooh.
It's all monster. It's a weird dyed monster.
Are you done with that potion book there?
Not yet.
Okay. Hey, let's put could we put some paint on the book? Let's put some paint on the book, okay? Draken.